Hey YouTube, this is my part 2 of my Christmas special. If you haven't checked out my first video, which is my top 10 niche winter fragrances for 2010-2011, this is, of course, as you can see from the title, my top 10 designer fragrances for 2010-2011. Again, on this, I just want to make sure, if you haven't checked out that niche video, I just want to wish everybody happy holidays. Hopefully you're enjoying your Christmas or Christmas Eve, and have a happy new year. So this list is last year, 2009, I did a top 25, and that included some niche and some design, mostly designer though. And what I did this year, split in half, right? 10 for niche, 10 for designer, like I usually do in my top 10 list now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 10 from last year, just let you know what made what last year and what's the new one for this year. So I'll mention the bottles from last year and then show you the new one that made the list. So let's take a look. First of all, in designers, a lot of fragrances do not last in these Canadian winters we have. I'm sure my man Miguel, I'm sure my man Cubby can, well, Cubby I think is in the West Coast, so he might not get that many winters or that strong of a winter, but we do get strong winters, and these EDTs, you know, most of them have to last. They have to have projection and longevity. They just have to in the winter, or they're just going to die. And most of these designer fragrances just don't last. So we need some potent stuff, some hard stuff. And with designers, it's kind of hard to find some good fragrances. You're going to take a look at my top 10 list. Most of them last 8+ hours. And they're great for projection also. So they're strong stuff. There's no weaklings in this top 10. Well, there's one weakling. I'm sure you'll know which one that is. But either way, it's my top 10 winter for designer 2010. Let's start this one off. Okay, so number 10 last year. I got a list right here. I hope you guys don't mind. My eyes might go that way. I'm not checking out anything else but that list. So number 10 last year was Encre Noire. I'll just show you guys the bottle just for fun. This was my number 10. It ain't number 10 no more. My new number 10 is an old favorite. Oh, I love this stuff. I just started enjoying this again. This is a high school scent that I used to wear all the time. Boss Bottled. Look at the little bottle. Boss Bottled. This stuff. Oh, yes. Yes. Great for winter. Amazing. Powerhouse. Good stuff. Number 10. For winter. Yes. Number 9. Last year was Gucci Puram 2. Tea-based fragrance, great all-season fragrance. This year did not make the cut. You're gone. Number 9 is a new face on this winter top 10 list, which is a fragrance that I loved when it first came out. Hated it a couple months later. Hated it for most of 2010. Could not stand this fragrance. I hated it. When I first got it, I was like 10 out of 10. Amazing, unique, beautiful, great. Hated it for most of the year. Now I'm starting to like it again. Good. Because it is quality stuff. Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. Number 9. Beautiful fragrance for winter. Because it's got that longevity and projection down pat. Number 8 last year was Christian Dior's Fahrenheit. You are not number 8 no more. My new number 8 is the one that has longevity and projection problems, but I just can't do a top 10 winter without it. So it's going to be number 8, Burberry London. Even though it does have those problems, I don't wear it outside. If I'm inside and I'm cuddling up with the woman, London. I had to put in the list. So that's number 8. Number 7 last year was a fragrance that shouldn't have been on the list at all. I'm happy it's gone out of the list. It was Dolce & Gabbana's The One. Not a good winter-based fragrance. Don't know what I was smoking when I put that in there. Either way, I replaced it with a great fragrance. Dior Intense. Yes. Intense. C'est bon. This is just a masterpiece. I just lost for words. Great for winter though. Amazing for winter. Amazing in the cool weather. Great stuff. Okay, so we're what? Number 6 now. Number 6 is Viktor and Rolf's Antidote. That was last year's guy. Didn't make the list this year. And it's this guy moving up. Lalique's Encre Noire actually moved up a couple spots. Good for you. Good stuff. Good vetiver-based fragrance. The darkest of the dark. Did a good job. Number 5 is actually a good fragrance for winter. It just didn't make the list this year because how can I pick 10 fragrances for winter? I could have done 100 of them. I wish. It's Bulgari Black. Didn't make the cut. It was number 5 last year. My new number 5 is, we're going to see a lot of these in this top 10. This is Thierry Mugler's Angel Men Pure Malt. Or Pure Coffee. Pure Coffee. Sorry about that. I'm just too excited. Pure Coffee. So I'm sad that this guy got discontinued. I hope they bring it back next year. They're not, but I wish they would. Number 5. Number 4 last year. What was number 4 last year? Oh, it was a classic. Number 4 last year was Angel Men. Beautiful. But number 4, my new number 4 is Mark's Little Buddy. Everybody that talks about this fragrance talks about me. Le Male. Good for winter. Good for winter. Number 4. Still one of my favorites. It's not my absolute favorite anymore, but it's still there. Like, it's still in the top. As you can see in all my top 10 lists, it's in at least the top 5. Alright, so number 3 last year was Burberry London. So he's going down a few notches, and it was because of projection and longevity issues. So we got a new number 3. You guys are going to be surprised because number 3 is Pure Malt. Angel Men Pure Malt is my number 3 fragrance. I'm wearing it today, actually. Very nice fragrance. And that means we have a new number 1, because this was number 1 last year. Number 3. Number 2 last year was Hermes, Terre d'Hermes. Beautiful orange, dirty orange, as I like to call it. It was my number 2. It actually fell off the list this year. My new number 2, this is just great in the winter. Very nice. The original, not Absolute, not 32. This is the stuff, the old stuff. This is Petroleum, Violet, C'est bon. Number 2. It just works in the winter. Just works. Works really well. Okay, old number 1 last year was Pure Malt. You got dethroned. You're number 3 now. You're losing your edge. So who's number 1? Who is number 1? Mark, tell us. Who's your number 1? Shit, guys, I don't know. I couldn't pick one. No, I didn't. Thierry Mugler's Angel Men Amen. Mint, tar, chocolate, caramel, you name it. Longevity, monstrous, projection. Give it to me. This guy just does it. Powerhouse, one of my favorites. Designer fragrances. This should be an EDP because it does what an EDP does. Amazing. So there you go. The big winner, Angel Men. Top 10 designer fragrances for 2010-2011. There they are. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be back with some reviews. I got some goodies for you guys. Hopefully I can get those up to you guys real soon. I'm going to enjoy my Christmas with my family. I'll be back in a few days. So, see you, YouTube.